If you're not actively growing your email list right now, you're missing out on a significant opportunity to connect with your audience and grow your business. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and today I'm going to be guiding you through the correct messaging, how to actually design it, and then setting up your landing page so people can get access to your freebie as well as sign up for your newsletter. Let's get into it. So let's talk about the power of a checklist freebie. People love checklists. They're quick, easy to use, and honestly more appealing than lengthy ebooks. The goal is to help someone achieve a quick win, and that builds trust. That's why checklist freebies are so effective for list growth. You're providing something immediately useful, making people more likely to join your list, stay engaged, and eventually make a purchase. But here's the catch. It only works if your checklist is targeted to a specific person. So let's get into it. So step number one is you need to define your niche clearly. Before diving into Canva or whatever other design tool, you need to know exactly who you're addressing, not just women or men or online business owners, but one specific person with a distinct problem. Here are a couple questions to kind of start brainstorming. What does your ideal client need help with today? What's a small task they could accomplish quickly? How can you solve one clear pain point? For example, a couple options here are, if you help busy moms, it could be a 5-minute morning reset checklist, or if you coach content creators, weekly content planning checklists. If you're in wellness, maybe a gut health grocery checklist for beginners. The more specific, the better. Generic freebies rarely convert, especially if someone's new to you. So step number 2 is we're going to use ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas. And if you're stuck, don't worry. ChatGPT is such a powerful tool. If you want to check out ChatGPT, if you already don't have it, I highly recommend getting it. There is a free version, but I pay for the upgraded version. You can click the link in the description below. But we're going to start a new chat and we're going to say, give me 10 checklist ideas. And then this is where you're going to insert your niche. Can you ask me a few questions to better understand my niche / ideal client? So having ChatGPT ask you questions is just a great way to get even more clear on who you're helping so you can design something that is really speaking to one person. So you don't have to answer all of these questions, but let's just say I help clients lose weight. My client is 27 to 34 years old, does not have children. She struggles with fear of failure. She's tried a million diets. She needs clarity with all the information out there. I help them with mindset and intuitive eating, aligned habits. Okay, whatever your niche is, make sure you're just answering the questions. Again, you don't have to answer every single one that ChatGPT spits out to you, but the more specific, the better. So now it's already got my ICA on lock, and now it's giving me all these different ideas. So the dream body checklist, 7 habits to shift from self-sabotage to consistency without tracking a single macro. Okay, the 80% full checklist, a visual intuitive guide to help her eat enough without overthinking or restricting. Amazing. Look at all of these. There's so many good ones. Let's create number 3. So I'm just getting even more clear. I want to be able to copy and paste it into Canva. Okay, amazing. Okay, so we know exactly who we're talking to. We know exactly what the checklist is, and this is speaking to one person, which is amazing to call in your ideal client. But make sure you tweak everything, adjust, make sure it flows with what you actually believe in and how you actually help your clients. Because if you don't help your clients intuitively eat and you are more of a macro tracking coach or whatever, this is not going to align. So you want to make sure it's really speaking to who you want to help. So step number 3 is we're going to design the checklist in Canva. Once you have your idea, we're going to dive into Canva. So I've left that link in the description as well. Canva is just my go-to tool for this type of work because it's very user-friendly, it's drag and drop, and it's even free to get started. Again, I personally pay for the upgraded version, but you can start off with the free version and then upgrade when you need to. Okay, let's just search checklist. We'll go to templates. Just simple, customize this one. You obviously want to make sure you are adjusting this. And again, you can add pictures. You can really do so much. Okay, you can change the font to whatever it is that you would like. Amazing. Easy peasy. Maybe we want to upload like a cute little picture for the back. And then what we want to do, I like to add a little overlay. Position backward, forward. Okay. And then we'll turn the transparency down. We just want to make sure the writing is super visible. So There we go. We're not going to make it perfect. I could go in on this all day because it's so fun, but you get the point. It's very simple, very easy to use. Now, step number 4 is we need to deliver it automatically with email marketing. So to send the checklist to people who sign up, you'll need an email marketing tool. I wanted to talk about a few of my favorites, and then I'll show you a quick overview of how you can actually create the form so people can sign up super easily. These are personally my favorite tools, and I've played around with a ton of email marketing softwares. So let's get into the couple options. First off is ActiveCampaign, and this is best for advanced automation, segmentation, long-term business growth. ActiveCampaign is a platform that if you're serious about building a list and plan to sell products, courses, or services, this is going to be a great fit. You can tag subscribers based on their downloads, send personalized follow-up emails, build comprehensive sequences, and track engagement over time. It's ideal for coaches, creators, and business owners aiming to move beyond basic email campaigns. If you're planning to offer multiple freebies, run evergreen funnels, and have different offers for various audiences, ActiveCampaign can handle all that efficiency. There definitely is a bit of a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's super powerful. If you want to check them out, I've left the link in the description below, just so you can kind of see the different options. You can start with the starter, which is $15 a month. I won't go over every single plan, but just wanted you to know that you can get a free trial if you use our link, and then the starter just starts at $15 a month. Okay, next is Beehiiv. So Beehiiv is best for newsletter creators, writers, and personal brands. It's clean, beginner friendly, and offers modern landing pages that look great without much design effort. A standout feature of Beehiiv is its simplicity, from crafting your welcome email to tracking who opened what. You don't need a design background or marketing degree to use it effectively. It also has built-in referral program options, which makes it super easy for your subscribers to share your checklist or newsletter, which is very rare. This is the only platform I've ever seen have that feature. If your main content is writing focused, like blog posts, essays, or email newsletters, this is just a great option. If you want to check them out, that link is also in the description below, and you can get started with a free trial. Also, I just wanted to note that if you do use our link, you can get 20% off for your first 3 months on the paid plans after your 30-day trial. Lastly, we're going to talk about Omnisend, and Omnisend is a great pick if you're looking for something beginner friendly with just enough power to grow your list without getting overwhelmed. It's super intuitive and makes it easy to build automated email flows, design signups, and even send text messages if you want to go multi-channel later. It's especially great for digital product sellers or small e-commerce shops, but still works if you're a coach, freelancer, or content creator looking to send clean, beautiful emails without overcomplicating things. If you want a tool that gives you just what you need without 1,000 confusing tabs, Omnisend is a solid choice. I actually personally use Omnisend, and I have used a bunch, but Omnisend so far has been my favorite with just the user interface, how to create landing pages and forms. I find that it is the most intuitive and kind of simple. I can get in, design something, and get out without trying to navigate and design everything from scratch. If you want to check out Omnisend, I'm going to walk you through what it looks like. You can actually get 30% off for your first 3 months if you use our code CharlieChang30. Okay, but I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. Amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to forms. We're going to create form, and what we want to do is collect subscribers. They also have a bunch of different things. So we've got pop-up, embedded, landing pages, multi-step. You also can start from scratch. So here you can see start with our weekly newsletter. So what we can do is just update this, and I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and say, build me a short landing page speaking to my ICA for my checklist. Okay, so ChatGPT has designed it, and now we're just gonna copy and paste it on over. Obviously, again, make it work for you. Make sure your branding aligns. Copy, paste. So the cool thing about Omnisend is you just drag everything over. It's very, very easy. So now let's add an input, first name, cool, and then sign up. All you have to do is go ahead and click sign up, and then we can delete this step if we want. And then after that, what we have to do is go ahead, so you'll click enable form, but then what we need to do is set up a quick automation. So example, I'll just show you what this looks like. When customers enter a workflow, you'll want to create a segment as well, which is very simple. And then you will want to send them an email. And in that email, we'll have a link to your freebie. So here you'll have a button. You'll literally just add the Canva link right here. You also can make it a PDF, whatever it may be. Okay, so it's very simple and easy to use. And then once you have the automation set up, you've got your segment set up. You go to audience, you go to segments. You literally just create segment, and I like to create from scratch, especially if you're just adding a new one. So subscription status is subscribed, and add filter. You have to also create a tag, which again is very simple and easy to use. You can do it directly in the builder, and then you'll just select whatever it is. So that means that as soon as they fill out the form, then they are going to get an email, and in that email is going to have your lead magnet. Okay, very easy to use, especially once you're familiar with email marketing tools. It's going to be super quick. And once you build your first one, if you want to create another one, you just go ahead and duplicate the landing page and add a new form, maybe update the messaging, of course, and you're good to go. So step number 6 is to promote your checklist. So we just touched on step number 5, which is setting up your workflow and your opt-in form. So now step number 6 is to promote it. Your checklist won't grow your list unless people see it. So here's where to promote it. So first, I would add it to your Instagram bio. Use a link in bio tool. Mention at the end of every YouTube or TikTok video. Create Pinterest pins linking to your sign up page. Write carousel posts or tweets with tips from the checklist that include a call to action to download it. Mention it in your podcast or add a pop-up to your website or blog. This doesn't have to be a one-time launch. Keep using it. Think of your checklist as a digital handshake. It's how people get introduced to you. So just continue to talk about it over and over again. And if you've been overthinking what you create for your email list, let this be your sign to keep it simple. A free printable checklist works because it's quick to create, valuable for your audience, and so easy to deliver. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one clear checklist and a simple email flow, then continue to share it and promote it. And if you need tools to make this process easier, you won't even be able to do it without the tools that I talked about. Check out the links in the descriptions. Those are my top favorite ones, and I use Omnisend every single day. I use Canva every single day. If you want to check out other newsletter options, other systems, go ahead and do that too. Make sure you're finding one that you enjoy going into and working with, because if you don't love going into the actual system, you're not going to want to show up and take the action, okay? That wraps up this video. If you loved this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. This channel is dedicated to helping you build your dream business with smart tools, digital products, and step-by-step content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.